going, guys? I was going to live stream the other day and just didn't end up, could not do it, man. So I deeply apologize. I was on Instagram and was going to go in and do a live stream here and just... Johnny Utah. What's up, man? How you doing? That's so cool. Awesome. So I'm working here on this crying eye sculpture I'm doing. It's a tribute to some people I lost in the last 3 months. And I am using, started out with a sculpture, this bottom splash part right here. Thank you so much for the love, my friend. I appreciate it. This bottom part here started out as another sculpture. It was a heart-shaped sculpture that was a butcher block, you know, like the butcher blocks you put the knife in. Made a heart-shaped butcher block sculpture, like knives like this. I had 5 of them in it. The sculpture was started. It was supposed to be finished in Germany in 2020, and we all know what happened there, so I could not travel to Germany. Boo. Can't wait to go. But anyway, so this sculpture's been sitting around, this heart-shaped butcher block sculpture's been partially done and hanging out in my shop for the last, jeepers, 4 years now. When my best friend, my cat, and my future mother-in-law passed away in the last 3 months, I was inspired to create this sculpture, which is an eye, my eye, and then like this, not my eye, but it's my eye. My eye, and then there's tears coming down, and then this comes down into a big splash. And so what I've done is I've taken that original heart, cut it open, and I am in the process of just kind of shaping it out. And you can see back here, and this is like, just as you go, like things, you just kind of work it out as you go. So there's a dip down in here on this side that is, this is part, you can see like this heart, this is actually part of the heart, you can see that curve. Part of the top of the heart from that, it goes like this, and then comes down. So the dip for, even though this is like a splash and a cry, I want the splash to look realistic. And so, awesome. So grateful you're here, man. Thank you, guys. Thank you for being here. Thanks for coming out. So, the dip here, I feel like, is too dippy. That's a technical term, right? So, what I'm doing is I've taken this, and I've got a piece of, this is 11 gauge steel. I've been using, like this whole sculpture here, it's been 1/4 inch round. I got a piece of plate down here on the bottom, for the bottom of the splash, from the base. You can see I've got where I'm building up the sides with the 1/4 inch round bars. Is all steel. Thank you kindly, Earl. Very, very grateful. Thank you, Zach. Yeah, right. Thank you. And I've like, and this changes, right? So like as I go, I just want you guys to know, like it's just problem solving. The sculptures I started out making were very simple. Horseshoe stuff, silverware stuff, just tack welds to hold it together. From there, I just slowly have just taught myself how to do this, but it's just, it's cool, man. So I'm going to take this, and I am going to fill in, like this dip is down too far, like when I put this in. Instead of, like what I'm actually going to do is like this will be a hollow spot here in the sculpture. I'm going to basically cut out a piece that's just going to kind of, I'll curve it down so it has a soft curve to it. If this dip comes down too far for what I feel like the liquid would act like as it's like hitting the ground and then like splashing up. And so this dip is too far down, that part of the heart. There's always like several ways to do things. Dude, thank you so much for the love, the welding coach. Thank you. I'm very grateful. Very grateful, thank you. Tell the ladies I said happy welding always. So cool. So, I could take it, I could cut this piece of heart out, but man, it's gonna be, I mean, it's all the way down in there now and everything else. And so when I first started, as I was going along, like this looks good. You can see you can see the dip in that, right? And so like you want that, like looking at this side, as this splash, like as I was grinding this, and sometimes it takes some forward progress in how you're creating to see that. But as this hits here, the splash goes, and man, it looks bam smooth. Like that's perfect. I love this. This is looking good. And so like as I was doing this, as I was grinding around, I'm like, damn it, it's just too low. It's just not, it doesn't look. So what I'm gonna do is basically cap this spot. I'm gonna create just a little, cut out a piece here, and I'm gonna dent it down just a little bit. It needs to have that curve so it looks like the liquid's coming up. And here we go. So I was going to do a 1/4 inch round. I just have that as a habit. I'm using the 1/4 inch round, and I was going to just come in here and just lay a whole bunch in, and I'm like, man, it's a lot more welding and a lot more grinding. I can take this and I can cut a little piece. So that's what I'm doing. So see if we can get you guys in here a little bit. Chair right. Completely organized. Let's see. Get you in here. Ooh, my friend. Oh, you're so powerful. I'm so grateful you're here with us. Thank you so much for being here. What a powerful human being. Yokozuna. Sending you love, my friend. I'm so grateful for you. So grateful you're here. Thank you. Oh, hello in West Virginia. Very cool. I'm so grateful you guys are here. I absolutely love sharing my passion for metal. I'm talking out loud. Like, this is how it actually goes. I'll just talk to myself. No, I think that needs to be a little bit more here. Not so much here, but here. More here. We'll go with that. All right, here's my template. Let's see. Oh, safety, guys. It's so important. I'm using these cut-off wheels and everything else, and it's just absolutely imperative that just doing stuff safe. The stuff I'm using, the horseshoe art and stuff I was talking about earlier. I've got books available in my on my website. If you guys are starting out in metal art or want to, I've written 3 books on how to weld metal art. Very simple project, step by step. Literally, like just more pictures. There's a ton of pictures and shows you right up close how to do that. I literally started with those projects, and that's how I learned to do this kind of sculpture here. With this is I started with those horseshoe projects and everything else, and it's just through practicing and making that stuff that I'm able, and it takes time. No kidding, like it takes time, but that's how, if you're interested in getting to kind of stuff that I'm doing like this, those projects, there's 90 projects over 3 books, like those projects are exactly how I got here. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm trying to, I don't know, I got 3 bars, so I'm not sure why it keeps cutting out. I'm really sorry about that. It's showing full service, so Hopefully it will stop cutting out and all. I know, right? What's up? I know, it is summer. Yay! I live for the winter. A great part I did in my hair this morning. Alright, so I got my piece cut, and now I'm going to put curve in it. So, there are many ways. To curve steel, many of which I probably don't. So I want to put just a slight curve this way and this way. So I want to kind of bowl this thing. Let me get my. Now. This will work. I don't want to put different. My collection hammer is probably like rivals many people's, but I'm very, very proud of my hammer collection. Oh wow! Hello, welcome. Oh, thank you so very much for being here with me, guys. I'm so grateful. As I'm curving it, if I put this all the way out to the center, so I'm like raising this up and then using under here to curve. And so as I'm doing it, this is just like a really odd shape of metal. And so like this side is wider. This is going to curve a lot easier than this shorter side. like this. Here we go, this wider side will curve easier. And so as I'm doing that, I have to be cognizant of that. I have to watch out for it. And so, as you can see, I'll put this closer if I need more of a curve here to get around the spot I'm putting it at, which I can't do. So I have to move it here so that I'm focusing on this area and making sure I'm curved. Same thing, I don't want to curve just this metal piece. If I open this up like this and just hit in the middle, this middle is going to come down, and I want a soft curve all the way across the front of that. You can do that by doing this and moving your center. So if you look at this and go, oh, it's too curvy here, I need more of a curve here, more of a curve here, just move this in. Look at all these fancy, expensive equipment you need to make sculptures. Get you a good hammer and a couple of wrenches and a 4.5-inch grinder, man. You're welder, you're golden. So I'm doing compound curves because I want this whole thing to kind of serial bowl, act like this, so that this is, when it comes and it's put over here. Thank you so much, Thin Cut. Jacked Up, what's up? I'm so grateful for you guys. Thank you for being here. So cutting out and making this piece to put in here to fix a spot that's not curved the way I want. And so I am just working it out here. And this is just problem solving. And what's wonderful is, look, if this is steel, you can beat the heck out of it. Which, I mean, you want to be careful about how you're hammering in. You don't want to put that, you don't want to hammer like this. On this, in this instance, I want the flat part so that I'm not creating a dent when I'm cutting down. But I can go around this whole outside, just like this, slowly. And I can curve each of these spots, which will end up, it just works, it's really cool. And it's a simple, like, just way simple. If you were to have a machine, like, you'd need like one of them damn, which I'll get one eventually, I'm saving up for the power hammers and like the, stuff, but you don't need all this big old equipment to make stuff. You could just problem solve way through it. This is a really simple way to hand form metal. And really, when you're hand forming stuff, it's more personal, you're closer to the details. I feel like it's easier to draw out the beautiful details because it's just more of a personal, it's a personal interaction with the metal instead of having a machine. Trust me, the machines are wonderful. Don't get it twisted. It's just starting to curve here because the bend is here, so I need to curve this one. And not too much, but it doesn't take much. 5 pound steel, 5 pound ball peen. Checking. Fitting a piece in like this, you're going to just keep checking as you go. Because you don't want to go past where you're going. So let's get a dip in more. So the next thing is, now that I've got it fit down, let's show you where I'm at. Ooh, leather worker, I love. Yo, I know, and I love. See, no, that's beautiful. Like with a leather bag. Because I've seen people do that, and I have. I've done it with. I've used sand and pillowcase. I used 2 pillowcases and sand from my kid's sandbox a few years ago to make a bag to hand form metal. But I was hand forming 18 gauge on it. So would a leather bag work for this? Would it work for the 11 gauge steel? So now that I've got it starting to curve, this will start to fit into back here a little bit more. So now I can cut out just a little bit of piece here so this slides back into it. So, marker. So the people that I got here with me today, are you guys getting into metalworking? cool. Come on. Nope. Well, hell. There's my super suit. Whoops. Ow. I know there's something there. Worst thing. Cutter by trade. Dude, very cool. Very cool. So, meat cutter, where did you find, how did you find, little art? That's an interesting, stuff. Interesting. Stop, that's awesome. That's tough work. Oh, this stuff is tough work. Enjoyable, joyful, fulfilling, tough. But, a lot of it, there's a lot of problem solving that goes on behind the scenes that people don't realize when it comes to the trades. There's so much respect for tradesmen. These are just problem solvers, like again and again and again. Just I had a washer in there, and I'm wondering why I had a washer on there. I don't want to find out the hard way, though. Alright, you guys. here. I've got, so once this goes back in further, I can see how much more of this needs to be curved down, which I can play out here. That's going to come up. So this will fit in here. Different. Actually, might be able to hammer in here to fit this. Yeah. So they'll let me get this down, start shaping it down to. You guys can see down in here. Let's get to right over this way. Thank you, thank you. So, doing this fitness piece. This is too far down, get down. I tried cutting it, I tried a bunch of stuff to get it to, like, natural as far as the splash goes, and it's not. And so, this is where I'm landing. So, I think. What I end up doing is create this persuader with a BFH. That's a large hammer. Technical term for a large hammer. I just continue to shape this piece and create, like, this is a puzzle piece. Like, if you guys are making a puzzle, it's like, this is a puzzle piece and this is a puzzle piece. And it's just creating this shape so that one fits into this other puzzle piece, but also creates the new shape into the dish that I want it to. So it's like, now I'm going to cut this corner. Now I'm cutting corners. I cut corners all the time, but I never cut corners. Take a little bit off at a time, because what I'm trying to do is not have a big gap to have to fill in. So just creating this in a way, like that little tiny bit that I took off made a world of difference. So I've got that. I'm going to take this little tiny piece around that. Now it drops down a little bit. Now I've got, see that so I just rounded out this corner, this corner a little bit. Well, this corner is now what's holding it like up from where I want it to be. And so by taking and rounding that corner, will allow that. This. So that lets it fit down really well. I have just a small gap here. I can set that down a little bit further. And this still has to. Awesome. Thank you kindly. Thank you, thank you. So this is still, now that I've got this fit to this side here, and it's fit to this back, I can curve this down a little bit because I want this from here. What I'm doing is I'm jumping this gap from here to here where this sinks down too much. It's just not a smooth transition. At first the movement looks cool, but it just doesn't look realistic. So that's my, getting there. So this piece has to fit down so it just catches that. So like that sounds good. Works out well. Now I can see and you can too. Alright. That is fitting into there. What's fun is it's like everything is different. I've never done this before. Like I've done these techniques on different things. Everything's different. And so just the problem solving part of it all, like figuring out how to make things happen. This is the coolest thing. That's a little bit down. I got that curve, and now I think it's this here. I think this is our last frontier. Frontier. This is down. Should be down. This should be there. As I cut that piece, there's another piece. I'm like, okay, the same way it was the other side. This piece is holding it up. looking at it and seeing like what's holding it up, what needs to come down. So the angle of that is not originally the way I would have cut that. Which also, I'm like, I might completely screw this up. We'll find out. I didn't even want that. Tools for the job. I sit there for all day long trying to cut that thing off. It's like it's good for little corners or sheep and stuff. Man, send a boy to do a man's job. The time that it takes to switch stuff over is more than worth it. I normally have 2 grinders sitting up here. I burnt one out, so I've just got one. So I usually have everything set up so that I've got 2 different straight grinders over here, each with different, the ones I was just using, set up with different cut-off things, and I usually burr bits on them. Maybe. Horrible idea. Just kidding. That's going to go there. This will get down a little bit. Alright, let's go to actually want to last of that. I'll take a little bit off. So this is where this one was just going. Thinks I should weld first. Let's see if it works. That's horrible. Hello, darkness, my friend. Get the gas moving indoor. Light it first before you weld. And make sure it's on. So knock it off. Awesome. And happy whatever day today is. Turn my gas on and then use the, apparently I used my bibs thing there to turn it back off. I'm gonna have to dig that out. Sounded a lot better. What happened? Alright, time for new whelpers. When your whelpers won't help you. splashing. This is like looking at how, hello Lily, just looking at how the splash is going. How will it act if you were to take, a piece of splashing liquid, Can you take a piece of splashing liquid? You have, like the splashing liquid, it's going to act in a certain way. So I'm looking at this and I'm like, how would this act? How would, bam, this come down? Like, what's this going to act like here? And so I looked at splashes. Like, this is how we learn. I'm looking at them up close. I've got a couple of pictures saved on my phone that I've been looking at, and then just thinking about, like, as I'm here, like you think about, like, it would just smooth. You're not going to have like there will definitely be like ripples and stuff. But getting this smoothed down into that, and then once I get done, weld this, grind it, and then if this is going to be a different shape out here, just because of like what would this shape do? So this shape probably would mirror this shape where it just kind of like rolls out. So here I've got it. Let's see from the angle you're at. So on this side you can see that this splash here is like it's wobbly, like kind of like it's fun shape, but it just still bowls out. Like if you were to think about the outside of a cereal bowl, because this is how it's going to act. And so over here I've got this side. You can see it. Just push it up. So I've got this dent here. This should be just overall. It should be a cereal bowl shape. One. Round. So this dent here is, I believe, it doesn't look like natural flowing of a splash. Let go of my shirt. If I had that like that. So now, all I'm going to do, I make it sound so easy. All I'm going to do is take from here to here. I just need a little short throw, actually, of a piece of round bar where I'm just going to take and make a smooth transition from one side to the other. I'm following a video videos for a long time. Love the work you do. Working on my fab skills. Can make anything but not sell it. Any advice? Oh, Jonathan, you are in the right place. I wrote a book called The Artist's Guide to Branding, Marketing, and Selling Your Art Online. If you want to sell online, it's literally step by step how I did it. But the main gist of that is get a good website. Your website is the face of your business. That's really important. Drive your traffic to your website because that's where you're going to be selling if you're online. And build your website for the business that you want. So you church it up. If you want better clients, you church it up. You think about who I want for clients. If your art's not selling, let's see, where are you selling it? Let's start off with that. Where are you working on selling it right now, and what are you doing? Like, what is your current plan of action, Jonathan? Thank you. Very much appreciated. Welcome, you guys. I'm so grateful you're here with me. So I'm now taking this spot here. So don't mind the gap. What I'm doing is fixing this spot here and getting this shape out to where I want it to. I don't think it's the right shape at this point, and this little tiny bit, it makes a massive difference. And it's just about taking your time and looking at the stuff, and then it's the honesty of, look, that doesn't look as good as it could. Is it going to take me longer? I could just keep plugging it through, but you want it to be the absolute best that you could possibly do. Trying not to weld my phone again. I welded my phone last time. Alright, I'm not very good with computer stuff. Facebook Market was where I sold a lot of stuff. My dude, if that's working for you, then keep doing it. Right? Like, everyone's business is different, and this is what's fun. You could read my book. It will tell you step by step how I built social media, and social media is how I sell all my art. I weld, I teach, and in that, people are watching my videos. They say, oh, that's a cool sculpture. And then some people come over and they buy my books. Some people come over and buy my sculptures. But it is through the social media that I'm selling. But everyone's business is different. Like, I sold on Etsy for a long time. Really loved Etsy for a long time. And then they stopped supporting artists, in my opinion. More results may vary. Always, right? Your own research. I pulled all my stuff off of Etsy. I didn't like how I was being treated there. I didn't think it was right, and so I left. But in the way that I was getting a lot of my business, check this out, on Etsy was through Pinterest. Figure that one out. So by posting pictures of my art on Pinterest, Google was picking up, I believe, Google was picking up my pictures on Pinterest, my boards and everything else. And I was just getting 60% of all my Etsy sales was coming through Pinterest. So, the number one thing I can tell artists is that you gotta find out where your sales are coming from. My dude, if the sales are coming from Facebook Marketplace, like, maybe that's your jam. Like, if you like that. I like to travel, and so in the beginning when I was making smaller pieces and simpler pieces, the stuff that's in my How to Weld art books, I was traveling and I was setting up at shows and selling because I love people, and I love to see people, and I love to interact with people. And so, like, maybe that's your jam, is you go to, you set up and you sell, farmers markets and like just fun shops like that and different events. And you can make a lot of money doing that. I made a lot of money doing that. My whole entire business was based off of the fact that I was making art all week long, and then me and my son were traveling to shows on the weekends. And man, I was making damn good money doing it. It took a long time to figure it out. Like, I should know this. Like, I failed magnificently in the beginning on selling, marketing, and branding. That's the reason I wrote that book, is because once I learned that I was a business, and like, I was so busy making sculptures and caught up in that I forgot that I was a business. So it's understanding how you're selling, and it's paying attention to the details. So as artists, like, you're all about the details. We need to turn that to the money side of it and the business side of it, and that's where hopefully. So Jonathan, are you not getting the results you wanted on Facebook Marketplace, or are you not doing what you know how to do and you know works? Because there's a lot of times I'm like, I know stuff works and I'm just not out there doing the thing. So is that like, or are you looking for a different way to sell? Mind the gap. Find out here before I go too far. How about that? Understand. I know, right? I feel that on a cellular level. BarbieTheWelder.com. Go for it, and you guys get. I've got a whole ton of new stickers that I got. So you guys order stuff on my website. One, I'll personally sign stuff for you. Like, excited to do that, and I'll send you guys some stickers. And yeah, totally respected, my friend. Absolutely. I will say this, when it sucks when algorithms change, but also it is the absolute best thing for us as artists, it does make it harder. Like years ago on YouTube, I was getting my my monthly income up to like $350, and like literally the first month I did it, YouTube was like changed the algorithms and it dropped it down to like $65 a month again. I was like, dude, how is that? I've got all these followers, I'm putting video up, it's great content, it's getting views. They change it. It sucks, but also it's the best thing for us because it forces us again out of our comfort zone. We got comfortable. Look at, like, figure it out, man. Like, we're all about problem solving. Like, that's who we are at our core. Like, that's literally what we're all about. And so just, instead of going, you know, F you Facebook Marketplace, it's just like, oh, cool, man. I get another chance to improve my skills, to learn more stuff, to figure this out. Because if you were enjoying that, go back and figure that out. But also there's a lot of stuff, a lot of stuff in that book. Like, just, and I share everything step by step. How to build your website, the branding and the marketing and the selling. Like, the branding and the marketing is what leads to the sales, and it's figuring that part out. So, and you guys have questions, look at BarbieTheWelder@gmail.com. Email me, ask me in the comments here. If you don't get on this one, do it in the comments on YouTube. I work on like really hard to answer everything and get back as soon as I possibly can. But it's, I want you guys to thrive because I need more art in the world, man. I need more creative people. I love it. It's inspiring for me. So the better you guys do, the happier I am. It's just about learning, and I am in part of the reason that my life is so joyful is because the people I get to talk with and interact with online. I absolutely love it. We're in this together. Together we rise. I'm going to sign off here. I got to do something to change the airflow in my shop because it keeps knocking my gas out. So I got to change my door, I think. But I'm so grateful you guys are here. It means the absolute world to me. Thank you so very much for the love. I'll be live streaming as much as possible on a regular basis on here. So make sure you turn on your notifications so you don't miss out. If you all want signed copies of my books, and I got my Barbie merch and stickers and stuff, it's on my website, BarbieTheWelder.com. I personally sign everything. It brings me so much joy to do that. So if you guys want it signed out to a certain person, put it in the notes in the comments when you check out, or send me an email if you check out, and if it doesn't have it, if you're checking out and stuff. So I love you to the moon and back a bazillion times, man. Be excellent to yourself. Be excellent to each other. Do something today to make it a masterpiece, then. Stay true, live